ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ॐ धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा वरैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रह देवताभ्यो दशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओं दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती स्वरूपिणी श्री आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। श्री आद्य शंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ पारायणम् अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। Let us do the Parayanam of the 12th chapter of 11th Skandha, as we are doing every day, one chapter Parayanam. It is a great habit if you make it, and if it is a habit, every day you do it, lot of benefits it will give. Take it as my word. You will definitely see the difference. अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ॐ नरोधयति मां योगः न साङ्ख्यं धर्म एव च न स्वाध्यायस्तपस्त्यागः नेष्टापूर्तं न दक्षिणा व्रतानि यज्ञश्छन्दांसे तीर्थानि नियमायमाः यथा वरुन्धे सत्सङ्गः सर्वसङ्गापहो हि माम सत्सङ्गेन हि दैतेया यातु दानाः खगा मृगाः गन्धर्वाप्सरसो नागाः सिद्धचारणगुह्यकाः विद्याधरा मनुष्येषु वैश्याः शूद्राः स्त्रियोऽन्त्यजाः रजस्तमः प्रकृतयः तस्मिंस्तस्मिन् युगे नघा बहवो मत्पदं प्राप्ताः त्वाष्ट्रकायाधवादयः वृषपर्वा बलिर्बाणः मयश्चात विभीषणः सुग्रीवो हनुमान् वृक्षः गजो गृध्रो वणिक्पथः व्याधः कुब्जा व्रजे गोप्यः यज्ञपत्न्यस्तथा परे तेनाधीतश्रुतिगणाः नोपासितमहत्तमाः अवृथा तप्ततपसः सत्सङ्गान् मामुपागताः केवलेन हि भावेन गोप्यो गावो नगा मृगाः येन्ये मूढधियो नागाः सिद्धा मामेयुरञ्जसा यं न योगेन साङ्ख्येन दानव्रततपोध्वरैः व्याख्या स्वाध्याय सन्न्यासैः प्राप्नुयाद् यत्नवानवे रामेण सार्धं मधुरां प्रणीते श्वाफल्किन मय्यनुरक्तचित्ताः विगाढभावेन न मे वियोग तीव्राधयोन्यं ददृशुः सुखाय तास्ताः क्षपाः प्रेष्ठतमेन नीता मयैव वृन्दावनगोचरेण क्षणार्धवत्ताः पुनरङ्गतासां हीनामया कल्पसमा बभूवुः तानाविदन्मय्यनुषङ्गबद्ध धियः स्वमात्मानमदस्तथेदं यथा समाधौ मुनयोब्धितो ये नद्यः प्रविष्टा इव नामरूपे मत्कामारमणं जारम् मत्स्वरूपविदो बलाः ब्रह्म मां परमं प्रापुः संगात् शतसहस्रशः तस्मात् त्वमुद्धवोत्सृज्य चोदनां प्रतिचोदनां प्रवृत्तं च निवृत्तं च श्रोतव्यं श्रुतमेव च मामेकमेव शरणम् आत्मानं सर्वदेहिनां याहि सर्वात्मभावेन मया स्याहि अकुतो भयः उद्धव उवाच संशयः शृण्वतो वाचं तव योगेश्वरेश्वर न निवर्तत आत्मस्थः येन भ्राम्यति मे मनः श्रीभगवानुवाच स एष जीवो विवरप्रसूतिः प्राणेन घोषेण गुहां प्रविष्टः मनोमयं सूक्ष्ममुपेत्य रूपं मात्रा सरोवर्ण इति स्थविष्ठः यथा नलः केनिलबन्धुरोष्मा बलेन दारुण्यधिमथ्यमानः अणुः प्रजातो हविषा समिद्यते तथैव मे व्यक्तिरियं हि वाणी एवं गतिः कर्म गतिर्विसर्गः घ्राणो रसो दृक्स्पर्शश्रुतिश्च सङ्कल्पविज्ञानमथाभिमानः सूत्रं रजः सत्त्वतमो विकारः अयं हि जीवस्त्रिवृदब्जयोनिः अव्यक्त एको वयसा स आद्यः विश्लिष्टशक्तिर्बहुधैव भाति बीजानि योनिं प्रतिपद्य यद्वतो यस्मिन्निदं प्रोतमशेषमोतं पटो यथा तन्तुवितानसंस्थः य एष संसारतरुः पुराणः कर्मात्मकः पुष्पफले प्रसूते द्वे अस्य बीजे शतमूलस्त्रिनाळः पञ्चस्कन्धः पञ्चरसप्रसूतिः दशैकशाखो द्विसुपर्णनीडः त्रिवल्कलो द्विफलो अर्कं प्रविष्टः अदन्ति चैकं फलमस्य गृध्राः ग्रामे चरा एकमरण्यवासाः हंसाय एकं बहुरूपमिज्यैः मायामयं वेद स वेदवेदम् एवं गुरूपासनयैकभक्त्या विद्याकुठारेण शितेन धीरः विभृश्य जीवाशयमप्रमत्तः सम्पद्य चात्मानमथत्यजास्त्रम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे द्वादशोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणतिलकं यद्वैष्णवानां धनं यस्मिन् पारमहंसमेवममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते यत्र ज्ञानविरागभक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं तत् शृण्वन् प्रपठन् विचारणपरः भक्त्या विमुच्येन्नरः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवो विनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिम् आनतोऽस्मि स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अदपि बन्धु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत करहिचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच Saluting entire devatas, gurus, rishis, munis, bhagavatacharyas, bhagavata bhaktas, bhagavata avataras, and to all the gurus who have blessed us in every of our evolutionary lives. Till yesterday, we have concluded in the 27th chapter of 11th Skandha, the Kriya Yoga steps or the sadhanas, as asked by Uddhavji, as told by Bhagavan, the Vaidika as well as Tantrika as well as Mishra Paddhati. In that, the first portion dealt with the Tantrika Paddhati of Upasanas. Second portion dealt with the Vaidika Paddhati. In the third portion, the clubbing of both of that Bhagavan gave. And in the same chapter, as the fourth and fifth and sixth topics, in the fourth, we saw how Bhagavan has encouraged us, given us an idea of how to promote this most simple, beautiful technique path of upasana, etc., by which karma bandha mokshana will happen. Then, if the sakama bhakti, all the kamanas are fulfilled, in that even the sarokya, samipya, sarupya, sarshti also, then in that nishkama bhakti by Bhagavat Krupa, the Paramashreya is called as Mukti through Brahmanubhuti, Atmanubhuti also will be given to us, comes to us. In that, specially Bhagavan explained to us how we have to promote it by establishing the mandira. This topic from last 2-3 days we are seeing. Once more, if we see today and remember and keep a deep thought in us and do at least a part of all the four things said. All the four, if we are able to do it, is wonderful. If not, at least one of them we can do. As Bhagavan said, this fella for this first program, second program this fella, third one this, fourth one this. Bhagavan gave us four, so you do all of them. So if the Murti Pratishtha is done, Sarvabhaumam. Then if you do the Mandira Nirmanam around, then you will be given the Trilokadipatyam or Bhuvanatrayam is given to us. Then if for puja and as well as the utsavas and all the things that are required for that, if we are able to sponsor for that, puja, yatra and utsava, if all the three we are taking care, Bhagavan says, we get directly nothing shorter than the Brahmalokam. So Bhuloka, Swargaloka, Brahmaloka Prapti by establishing the Murti, creating the temple, and Puja Yatra Utsava sponsoring. Then, if all the three are done by anyone, Trivihi Mat Samadam Iyata. One becomes equivalent to Bhagavan in all the powers, in all the beauties, in all the guna, etc. So that much Bhagavan has put the Falashruti in establishing the mandiras and getting the pujas done there regularly. So then, with whatever resources we have, we should already might have, some of you must have already planned also. Then those who have not yet started, we can do. So till yesterday, so many things we discussed regarding this. Only one more thing what we had is, key, if there is already temple is there. So you not make a murti already is there. Then and the temple also is made around. Then to the third one to cater to that, you can take an initiative and talking to either the committee, or if there is no committee, only small pujari is there, unse baतें करके yourself can become a team. That is another thing that can be done. A team बनकर in that particular temple, how the people's coming increases and how all the upasanas of every day and utsavas systematically happen. We can see that they are organized by ourselves, taking leadership and initiative, taking some people along with us. It is a great effort for ourselves, giving the time with all the liking. आजकल टीवी छोड़कर कोई आता ही नहीं, फिर भी करना बहुत साधना है. Then gathering some 10-12 like-minded people, convincing them, क्या डेली 2 घंटा टाइम वहाँ दे देंगे. In this way, go and see what are the things that are there, what are the things that are to be done. So any repair aspect is there, repair करो. पुजारी को कोई चीज़ें कमी है, उनको दिला दो. Then pujas have to be done. For that, the things required can be brought. Then most important is the praja, the people, informing people, bringing the people for the temple for various programs. If this can also be done, a lot of punya comes, because it is the third one what Bhagavan said, Puja Yatra Utsava, we are helping there to do. So it's all the manual seva, the time given, etc. we can do. Like in 2 days' time, today is 16, maybe on 19th only we have Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So you might be having any of the Krishna mandiras around you, so that initiative can be taken. And if you leave it कि मेरे को क्या फर्क पड़ता है, it always will be left like that. It is not the question of you leaving the temple, not doing anything there. That's okay. If not you, somebody else will do. Here मेरे को क्या पड़ता है, living is leaving my own self or missing myself that opportunity. It is an opportunity which, when properly encashed and used, it becomes a blessing. And it is only a question of 1 or 2 years. Thereafter, it becomes a great habit. And always remember, we only need to initiate and gather people, do it for some time, and offer or give the baton to the next group of people, generation. They take it. We need not do all the time. We can do to our own satisfaction level, and any day we can withdraw from it and give it to someone, and we can go somewhere else, or we can establish in our own upasana. Clear? Therefore, need not worry that it has to be done eternally and all. अगर कर पाए तो nothing like that. Throughout life, there are many people who have dedicated their life only for the puja and maintenance of the activities there. And in this way, in this country of ours mainly, hundreds and thousands and lakhs and crores of people in that way, the people mean the jivas that way, have done their own kalyanam, have done their own redemption through all this. In your own family, there are people, if you really search out, थोड़ा distant relatives होंगे, even friend circle, they don't talk because we have never raised that topic. पूछ के देखो, बताएंगे हाँ हमारे फैमिली का भी एक मंदिर है, पुजारी को रखा हमने, we all attend the puja, so we see to that main occasions happen very well. That is enough for their mukti, as per Bhagavan saying. So many are doing that, is why so many temples are flourishing. नहीं तो नहीं होता ना, कोई आदमी लोग इनिशिएटिव लेकर, इंटरेस्ट लेकर, टाइम देकर, रिसोर्स देकर नहीं करें, तो हाउ कैन इट हैपन? इट विल नॉट. So if it is happening in India, and almost every 1 week, 10 month, 10 days, 1 month, one new temple comes up. Good. तो लोग लगे हैं. Means in some of the Janma, they studied Bhagavatam and they wanted to do that work. In that Janma, the Prarabdha did not allow them to do. So in this Janma, there was no Sankalpa, but there is an opportunity. They took opportunity and they are doing it. You and I also, if we had already done Sankalpa in the earlier times, the opportunities are around, encash them and use. If not so, at least do the Sankalpa this life. Through me, at least one temple should get established, and the upasanas, pujas, etc. are done in that. And already existing temple, as I am saying now, see that the kala comes to the temple through activities. है ना? When the pujari does all the upasanas, pujas, when lot of people come, then that adds to the beauty of temple. When the temple is beautifully, divinely there with all activities bubbling there, then those vibrations help the entire society. Mm. And by luck, if you get a very dynamic, active, committed, knowledgeable pujari there, उसका तो सोने का सुहागा हो जाएगा. Then he can organize so many things there. Pujasan, Janmadina, Pujasan, Vivaha Mahotsava, and Pujasan, Upanayana ityadi. All that Samashti pujas he can organize. All the festivals time pujas he can organize. In Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, even in Karnataka, people don't come much to satsang. They're all so busy in doing their own puja at home. Everybody does. Wonderful it is to see. Continue. This is how there is your kalyana. Karte jana. Everybody involves that way. They are fond of that one. Luckily, it's good. So, in this way, we have done with this topic of doing what Bhagavan says of the Upasana, Yajna, Yagadi, together as called Kriya Yoga, Vaidika, Tantrika, Paddhati. Then Bhagavan added one more beautiful thing. In that what? If without any phalapeksha it is done, the upasanas, pujas, whether in your own house throughout the life or associated with a temple or yourself made a temple without any phalapeksha, Bhagavan the true bhakti anubhuti you will get. With that you will reach me, my anubhuti. Bhakti becomes Bhadyamam, then Anubhuti of Bhagavan comes later. So the true Bhakti Yoga I will give you, then you reach me also. This shloka should never be again neglected or overlooked. Mameva nairapekshena bhakti yogena vindati bhakti yogam salabate evam yaha pujayeta mam evam yaha mam pujayeta nairapekshena without apeksha of anything. If somebody does puja of mine in this way, bhakti yogam salabate, then bhakti yogena mam eva vindati. Okay, he will first get the bhakti yoga anubhava, the sukshma bhakti, which we failed to explain yesterday and day before also, like every day. The ultimate bhakti of a step even beyond even Sharanagati we can call. The Sharanagati effort also has ceased there. There is total experience that I am His. Only one step it is lesser than merging in the Lord called as Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti. Only one step, not even two. At that level, it is a feeling that everything of my life, every sauce I am taking, everything it is in His own custody, in His own surrender, in His own acceptance. It is He only who is managing that type of deepest experience. Is called as ultimate bhakti yogam here. Even that thought also is dropped, then you are not there as separate from him, you merge in him. That bhakti yoga anubhuti you will get, he says. After that, mam labate, ya pujayeta mam eva labate, thereafter he will become one with me. The becoming a one with me is what? The whatever is the final traces of separation there between me and the God, even at the thought level, that thought also goes away. It is like the final wall of the pot is broken. Then inside the pot, the space, you can't even say that it merges with the total space. It discovers its identity with the total space. Rather, it is never conditioned by the walls of the pot, though they appeared to be. It is always one. That is called as Mam Labhate. He will achieve me, he will reach me, he will experience me. When Nirapekshena. Therefore, for us, you and me, the conclusion, if there is an opportunity outside for the establishment and maintenance of temple, with जोर धमाके से पूरा एनर्जी लगाकर करना, and any फलापेक्षा zero, leave it to God. करना है कर रहे हैं, भागवत से हमको प्रेरणा मिल रहा है कर रहे हैं, कर सकते हैं कर रहे हैं. That is there. If not, in your own home, every day was. Nirapekshana. Bhagavan, Bhagavat Prityartham, that's all. Even none of the other subsequent sankalpas be added. Consciously. Bhool kar nahi. Many people do puja by forgetting the sankalpa. That is wrong. At that time, you must take the sankalpa and do. Hmm. In that sankalpa also in the beginning, Vishwa Kalyanartham, Sanatana Dharmasya Purovruddhyartham, Adhyatmaka Pragati Praptyartham. Little later on, even that also you leave it to the Lord. Only one thing. Huh? Sri Paramatmana Prityartham Jape or Upasane Pujaya Vinyogaha. Such person will get the ultimate devotion. Little higher than Saranagati, little step one lesser than Ambramasma Anumoti. There only the difference between me and God as thought is there, but I am totally His, totally into Him. Even that barricade also Bhagavan removes, then you merge in Him, that is called as Mam Lavate. Therefore, let us understand this and start doing. Let us no more give chance for the forgetfulness of the Tamo Guna of the Mana, for the distraction of the Rajo Guna of the Mana. Let us increase that Sattva Guna and remember these points, start doing, then get benefited. ये हो गया पूरा उपासना पूजा का. Then Bhagavan gave in one sloka one of the very essential thing of यह स्वदत्ताम परैर्दत्ताम हरेत सुरविप्रयोः वृत्तिम सजायते विद्भुक वर्षाणाम हितायुतम. In the earlier, when you contribute for the upasanas and pujas and the brahmanas, you become one with me. You become the Brahmadeva in Brahmaloka. You become Indra in the Trilokadipatya. You become Sarvabhauma in the Bhumi. If the Nishpalatas, if you do the get the ultimate bhakti. Thereafter, you will merge in me. All these most beautiful, positive Falashrutis Bhagavan has shown when we offer what we have. For the mandira, for the upasana, for the brahmana, pujari, ityadi. Now the opposite of it. Instead of offering, when you yourself covet it, take it, steal it by any of the reasons. If the government does it on the name of taxes or any of the endowment department, either committee takes it by some or the other ghotala of not showing the accounts. If the pujari does that money taking away, even the bhaktas also find some ways. किसी भी तरह से. If the thing belonging to the temple taken, even एक flower भी मंदिर से तोड़कर घर नहीं लाना. हाँ, वो मंदिर का है बस. If it's permitted, you ask, if they give. But covet not, even don't even desire also that. In this way, Swadattam, what you have given in charity, Paraydattam, given by others, or came from tradition, or by virtue of Bhagavat Krupa, it came, what is that? Sura Viprayoho. Sura here is the Devata and Mandira related. We praise the Pujari, Upasaka, Brahmana. Not sannyasi, because sannyasi कुछ होना ही नहीं चाहिए. You can't take away anything from sannyasi. because he only already given up. वो स्वामी जी उस महाराज स्वामी जी के सन्यासी के आश्रम में चोरी हुआ का अर्थ है कि उस सन्यासी को रखना नहीं चाहिए पहले. सन्यासी ही शुड नॉट कीप, ही शुड नॉट पब्लिसाइज चोरी हो गया तो वहाँ आया कहाँ से यू आर सन्यासी, शुड नॉट हैव. सो विप्राइज ए गृहस्थ ब्राह्मण उपासका और पुजारी एटसेट्रा. सो सुर विप्रयो हो वृत्तिम हरेता. वृत्तिम हरेता मीन्स व्हाट? All their things belonging to with which they are doing all the upasana puja, they are taken away. Anything that is taken away, little bit even taken away. Whatever it is, it can be a small spoon you steal from there, a lota you steal from there, an agarbatti dabba you steal from there, flowers you take, anything. Okay, or mainly what happens nowadays, lot of land is there under the temple, then the government says itna क्यों हो हम ले लेंगे करके. Then this is very prevalent in some of the states. I need to mention that then those people who are doing that one will become such a terrible papi. देखो यहाँ लिखा है he sajayate vidbhuga. He will be born as the eater of the fecal matter. How long? Varshana Ayutam for 10,000 into 10,000 number of years. He will die again, will be born. Die again, like that only he will be there. Therefore, that much feeling of abominability we should have, even to a thought that anything belonging to Brahmana or Mandira, we have an eye on that. As I told you, in the initial days, everybody will have sympathy for the temple and this help and support. And because all are involved and Bhagavad Kripa, definitely it will grow. When it grows, anybody has an eye on that, this is the problem. Then what we should do when it grows? Use that wealth by the God's grace through proper discussion about spreading the Paramatma related activities more and more. Establish more temples like TTD. Sometimes they do. With the money earned, there in some of the states they put the temple in another country also. तो इस फंड से महा मंदिरों का डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है. Then all the Bhagavat related activities. See, there are Goshalas, there are the Purohita courses going on, there are Veda Patashalas are going on. Isn't it that new temples in the remote areas where people cannot afford to pay or maintain it? तो उसके लिए करो with the surplus money if you have. Is it not use that money for any of spiritual activities of spreading the Shastra Jnanam, doing more and more yajna yagas in the interest of the world, praying to that devatas through that yajna, please bless the world. If all this way the resources are utilized, that is better than stealing. Than stealing क्या वो तो worst काम है. Is it not? Then the Brahmanas also get encouraged. Every above the Brahmana, morning 6 to 9, or at least 7 to 9, they have to be there in the temple doing that Samashti Yajnam. Where the Sankalpa is, this time the correct train should come at right time, neither too much nor less. This time the winter should be very soothing, not that biting cold or not even the winter came. ऐसा नहीं. This time the गर्मी हमें जितना चाहे उतना हो, not the scorching heat. Is it not? Oh Lord, see to it that this year all the Graha Nakshatra Tarakas are in the right position to bless the entire human generation or human beings. May not any of such pandemics relapse. None of the diseases come. Most importantly, the Raja and Praja already are getting so much of respect, reverence in their mind. Instead of any ego, arrogance, and power mongering, and all that, let them develop that attitude of gratitude, develop the attitude of love and devotion, develop the attitude of service, and day in, day out tirelessly let the government, everybody serve the society. ऐसा संकल्प लेकर यज्ञ आदि करो तो it will be very good. सनातन पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम Kali dosha nivaranartham. In that way, I tell you, if there is a good amount of money in the temple, every day one of the other sankalp lekar, koi na koi havan ya puja, for the sake of totality, you can keep on doing. And you can sense also in Kali Yuga especially the troubles that are happening around tentatively the war between the nation. Now, dekho, the America and China. The tension is going on. अगर बटन दबा दिया तो it's a third world war only. So we can do our upasana, let both the leaders of the nations come together, have consensus, should not take up any drastic decision. You do it because we are a part of the world. The whole globe is one now. Because anyone does anything wrong, it is affecting everybody. You need not know the people for whom you are praying. Like who are praying for you, you don't know. Their prayers are answered, therefore we are safe today. Therefore, do it. There are how many countries in the world starving for the food. Pray to the Lord, Bhagavan Anna Pradhan Karo. He will make some arrangement. Will he not do if I don't tell him what is this Lord, lazy fellow? I have to remind him. No, no, no. That is, it is your sadhana, it is your upasana. There will be no confusion here. Whether he will give them or not, in his attitude, what is their prarabdha, those jivas evolution, वो सब उनको जानते हैं. Don't enter into Bhagavan's wisdom. It is your upasana here, your goodwill, your own ability of serving, going beyond your selfishness. You are using the resources that are available and trying to serve. I am telling you the sankalpa aspects. There can be the Prakriti Shanta Upasanas, Devata Shanta Upasanas, Prakriti and Devata Anugraha Upasanas. How many that are there? Is it not the Graha Shanti Upasanas? Each of the planet has its own influence at the micro level on individual, at the macro level on the entire earth. कभी कभी सारे ग्रह पूरे अर्थ के ऊपर नाराज होते हैं. At that time, this global pandemic type things come, which doesn't spare any of the nation. Either global pandemic or global wars that happen, global recessions, the economy falls down. They are all the graha prabhava at the total level. So if you do the graha shanti, kuch to farak padega. Huge tsunamis that are there, or big earthquakes that they come. Sometimes तो बड़े बड़े देशों को 6-7 देशों को उसका इफेक्ट होता है. Tsunami आप see how many nations? It's 2009 वाला, 12 वाला, it has affected. So I'm saying, if a temple has surplus resources, this way utilize it. Not that पैसे चलो हम पहले दिए थे अब हम बांट लेते हैं. Never even have 1 rupee also. Why that severe punishment Bhagavan gave? Because by offering whatever you had to the Lord, what an amount of punya, along with that, the qualification to know the Brahma Jnana you earned. Again, by pulling yourself to down level, lower level, by attaching with the money, you are falling down in your sadhana. And that money, that which belongs to Bhagavan, और पाप है. अब देखो बढ़िया बात, थोड़ा सा अच्छा नहीं लगेगा लेकिन बढ़िया है. लोग अपने पाप प्रक्षालन के लिए भगवान के हुंडिया में पैसे डालते हैं. दैट इज ऑल्सो वन थिंग. पुण्य प्राप्ति, पाप प्रक्षालन. अब नाउ यू टेक दैट मनी, उस बंदे का सारा पाप आपको आ जाएगा. दैट इज वाई हमको बचपन में बताया जाता था कि एनीवेयर एनी मनी एनी ऑब्जेक्ट फ्रीली अवेलेबल है, सो डोंट टेक इट. क्योंकि उसमें किस आदमी का पाप का कमाई है, पुण्य का कमाई हमको नहीं पता. Therefore, don't touch it at all. पाप का है मानो, all that papa comes to us. There, you can't differentiate, no? Which person is giving? All are giving with noble idea. They are foregoing their selfishness while giving it. All that is good. But how they earn the money to nahi pata na? They themselves also may not know sometime. Because at their gross intellect level, every human being thinks what he is doing is correct. He thinks like that. But according to the Shastra's rules of what is correct or wrong, punya and papa, this may fail there. Like जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट में केस कुछ होता है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट मतलब हाई कोर्ट में, दैट खारिज करेगा वहाँ सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाओ तो, बिकॉज वहाँ का डिस्कशन लेवल अलग. Think all that. So people may not know. So why, that money came that way and we have put our eye on that. तो उससे हमको ये भयंकर होगा. Therefore, throughout life, अपने मेहनत से रोटी दाल मिला तो भी काफी है. दूसरों से ना भीख मांगना, ना डिपेंड होना, ना चोरी करना, कुछ नहीं. At the highest level तो नहीं है तो मर जाओ. But don't depend. Because the sukha dukkha is this much only. सर्वम परवशम दुखम सर्वम आत्मशम सुखम एतद् विद्यात् समासेन लक्षणम सुख दुःखयोः. कभी कभी उधार लेकर फिर से दे सकते हो, बिकॉज यू नो यू विल अर्न इट एंड गिव इट बैक. बट नॉट दिस थिंग ऑफ हरेत, हरण करना, हरण मीन्स चुराना, चुराना नहीं, लेना भी नहीं. And any of your Brahmana friends, call their house for even bhojana also. You should take more gifts than what bhojana is going to give you. ऐसा रूल बना. सर ऐसा कैसे हिसाब है? ही इज कॉलिंग ओनली ऑन द फ्रेंडशिप लेवल. फ्रेंडशिप लेवल यू आर गोइंग, बट ही इज ऑल्सो ब्राह्मण, वो भी है ना, फिर यू कांट डिनाई दैट वन. यू कैनॉट फॉर द हाफ एन आवर सेक, टू आवर सेक द ब्राह्मणत्व सेलेक्ट करके और उधर कॉपी पेस्ट करो, अब होने के बाद फिर से सेलेक्ट करके इधर कॉपी पेस्ट, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है कट पेस्ट. ही इज ब्राह्मण ओनली. दैट अलर्टनेस इज कॉल्ड एज साधना. Your respect towards them. By virtue of Janma also is Brahmana, there are some Sadgunas are there. उसका सत फल हमको मिलेगा. If not, that unnecessary sin will not come to us of taking something from him. The rule we should have like that. It is not written there. यहाँ तो यही कर दिया कि हरण करोगे तो you will become Vidbhoga for 10,000 into 10,000 years. But Bhagavan cannot write all the detail. We should understand the other near and dear thoughts which are said in other contexts, in other texts. Therefore, of the temple and of the Vipra, OF, anything belonging to them, we should not take it away. And in this Bhayankara Kaliyuga, because these Brahmanas very modest, very shy type, they are frightened of in going to the court and Beizati Vagara. Therefore, they do not tell anyone also. And all the Bhuswamis or the government, etc., unka jameen जायदाद कब्जा कर ले. Just what happened in Kashmir. All the Kashmiri Pandits were sent. See that Kashmiri Files movie and all. Even now also, so many Brahmanas well, धमकी दे के उनको डरा कर ले लेते. अब बेचारा he cannot fight, उनको उतना वॉइस नहीं होता. They only depend on भगवान, भगवान का नाम लेते रहते. They only watch it. But this fellow, whoever he may be, इसका ये शरीर छूट जाए, he'll be taken to नरका and वहाँ ब्राह्मण का पैसा लेता है तो उनको धमकी देता है. ऐसी पिटाई ऐसी की तैसी होगी. It was said in the earlier context earlier. Is it not? Bhagavan how many times in Bhagavata told he, you give food to the mukha of Brahmana, that comes to me more directly than you give directly to me. Then also he said, you give any of the dana ityadi to them, it is 1,000 times more. You take care of me or not, take care of the Brahmanas, that is more than taking care of me. All that Bhagavan said. उस सबको फिर यहाँ मिलाकर पढ़ना चाहिए. So to Brahmana Ninda, which is the text we studied in Vidharniti, no? Kalya Parso, 4-5 दिन पहले. Even that Brahmana himself comes and beats you, insults you, etc., you should do Maryada of him only with respect. You should not react. Such one is great Bhagavata, Uttamar Mahabhakta. That topic we studied, I think, in either Valmiki Ramayanam or in Vidharniti. One of the texts. So this is how be alert, aware about. Why this hint Bhagavan has to give? That also I told you. In the initial days, Brahmana and the temple, because they don't have any resources, we attempt to give. But when in course of time it develops, there appears that it has got the surplus money. That surplus thing, if we put our eye on that, this will give such a papam. Is it not? कल देखो 15 अगस्त के दिन 5.5 करोड़ अमाउंट केम टू तिरुपति बालाजी टेम्पल. जनरली 1 crore, 1.5 it comes every day. Yesterday for 5.5 crores. 15 अगस्त लोग इतना भीड़. So too there, Vaishnav Devi Mata. Is it not? Everywhere in their country, bhaktas are there, they offer it. And those people also, temple authority, as I said, should use that money in that way. देते जाना लेना नहीं कभी भी. With this topic will conclude. But last sloka was very, very essential. Little bit we touch upon that. Then we take up another topic today before we enter into 28th chapter. the summary of all this called as the importance of the puja vidhanam in our life, although we have studied all that. Okay, what is the last sloka here? See that kartusha sarathehe hetoho anumoditurevacha karmanam bhaginah pretya bhuyo bhuyasi tatphalam. These are the four people involved in the good activities of sponsoring the temple and pujas ityadi, or the bad activities of keeping eye on the wealth of the temple or brahmana and taking it away. ये दोनों में ये दोनों लोग साथी होंगे, चारों लोग, चारों को उसका दुष्फल या सत्फल मिलता है, पहले समझो. Who are the four? First is kartuhu, the one who finally executes the activity. Sarathi means the one who helps in while executing. A hetoho, the one employs him to do. Then the anumodituhu, the one who encourages him. So karta, actual doer. Saradi, the immediate helping hands. Hetuhu, the one who is the cause for it to happen, the one who conceived the idea, who is getting it done. Anumoditu means the one who is doing the anumodanam, the encouragement, the inspiration, the protsahan dene wala. तो प्रोत्साहन देने वाला, सलाह पहले वाला देने वाला, सहाय करने वाला, एक्चुअली करने वाला. All the four. Kartuhu, Sarathi, Hetuhu, then fourth one is Anumodituhu. Again I am repeating. Karta, actually doer. Like you gave 10,000 rupees to a temple. You are the Karta. Actually you only gave. Sarathi, in the 10,000, others may have given 1,000, 2,000. Or maybe your own wife said, Chalo, de denge. She becomes Sarathi. Then the Hetu, who is the Hetu here? Ki, the one who told you, the Upasaka, the Pujariya, कोई भी ब्राह्मण ने कहा होगा, ज्योतिष जी ने, कि भाई ये दोष है, ये है वगैरह, इसलिए वो मंदिर में जाकर दे दो, उसको कहते हैं हेतु. Then Anumoditu, then you told this point to your friends. Friend said, yes यार मेरे को भी ऐसा हुआ था. Then मेरे को भी कहा पंडित जी ने, मैंने कहा किया, उसका फायदा हो गया मुझे, इसे तुम भी जरूर करना. उत्साह प्रोत्साहन देने वाले जनरली मित्रगण होते हैं. और हेतु जो है, ये जो ज्योतिष इत्यादि जानने वाले ये लोग होते हैं. सारथी जो है अपने भाई बंधु बहन या मदर फादर चिल्ड्रन वाइफ, दे बिकम सारथी. एंड कर्ता इज यू योरसेल्फ. In other cases, somebody is a karta. Then he asked you. Then you said karo karo jarur. Then you become the anumoditu. Or somebody is doing, you have become the secondary hand behind to help. You become sarathi there. Or you yourself may be given idea. It's not hetu. So kartu, sarathi, hetu, anumoditu. अब फोल क्या है दोनों में? कर्मणाम भागिनः. All these are the shareholders of that karma. Both satkarma, if you have sponsored for the happening of the temples, upasanas, pujas, and dushkarma, if you have stolen something belonging to brahmana or the temple or anything belonging to the divine. है ना, आजकल जो है ना निधि मिलता है करके टेम्पल को खोदते हैं, विग्रहों को निकालते हैं. All these Mughal Rakshasas, along with the Mata Vidvesha, hating the Hindus, that is their main idea, Rakshas log, they had that eye on the wealth. For that sake also they have done it. See, yesterday or today, today, such a huge treasure of the gold is found in Afghanistan. कल की बात, कल शाम की बात है, अफगानिस्तान में सोने का तिजोरी मिला. वो कोई, इट वॉज अ पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया ओनली, कोई मंदिर वंदिर में रखा होगा. देखो, on those days all the kings or anyone, they know nobody will do such a path of disturbing the temple of the god. That's why उस मंदिर के अंदर ये सारे निधि मंदिर के मेंटेनेंस फ्यूचर के लिए रखते हैं. The sixth chamber of the Padmanabha Swami temple yet to open and all. What was going on last 4-3 years back? अभी तक खोले नहीं. वो क्या है? Not only there, in so many places there. In that Tejo Mahalaya also it is there. Agra, the Shiv Mandir, which is broken and a wretched Samadhi is made there. Tejo Mahala is the name of the Shiva temple there. वहाँ भी wealth है. So many places. So for the sake of that, all these dush karma wale. So all the four are the shareholders in the deed. करने में. You know, like any of the आजकल जो भी murders are or every day there is yesterday see 15 August somebody झंडा फहराए 2 घंटे के 1 घंटे में ही was killed. So the actual killers are there, supporters are there, the ones who prompted them are there, and other fellow has encouraged him. Dushkarma. All are the shareholders. Okay? Then the karmanam bhaginaha pretya bhuyah bhuyasi tatphalam. Therefore, after leaving this body, they will get its phala duly. Positive aitha positive, negative aitha negative. First point is this. Second one, bhuyah bhuyasi. In all those four roles, how much was your contribution? According to that will be the phala also. Very meager lower level is there, then your phala will be that level, good or bad. But very vigorously we have done all the four, then vigorous is the phala. मतलब करता एक्चुअल चोरी थोड़ा किया तो थोड़ा पाप सो थोड़ा फल ज्यादा किया तो ज्यादा पाप ज्यादा फल. So to Sarathi, little only you helped, not much. Little only punya or papa phala. But lot of help you have done accordingly phala. So to the Hetu, you are the one who gave idea, suggestion. Sometimes you just give an idea, but the other fellow develops it and does it. Good or bad activity. So your suggestion very less, फल भी थोड़ा मिलेगा. But lot of you are the one who gave the idea, suggestion, then your will be phala more. Everywhere, like in Desha Bhakti, during the freedom fighting, so many have come. No, who have vigorously worked for freedom, who told them, who prompted them, who helped them. Some of them got a very vigorously helping people. Some places only idea came, but they developed on that. So those people also have the phala bhagin, but depending on how much they did. And the fourth one, the anumodituhu, the one जिसने encourage, inspire किया. हल्का फुल्का दिया उसने encourage, फल उसका बहुत कम रहेगा. But he has very powerfully endorsed or permitted or उत्साहित कर दी, प्रोत्साहित, that अनुमोदितो भूयो भूयस तत्फलम. जितना ज्यादा है उतना ज्यादा. Okay. Now इसमें apply these four things to both the four good or bad things. First, bad things let us see and drop it. And chapter is about great upasana. Therefore, with good thing we conclude. What is that? For the bad activity, karta mat bano. Actually doer. Okay, murder doer is one who is put behind bars. Then second one, slowly आकर हेतु also mat bano. सारथी. Then hetu भी मत बनना, अनुमोदित भी नहीं. धीरे धीरे totally withdraw from the non-positive thing. If possible, do the opposite of it. If somebody comes and says ये बुरा कर्म करना चाह रहा हूं, तो उसका उत्साह नहीं बढ़ाना, निरुत्साहित करना. उसका हेतु मत बनना, उसका अपोजिट बोलना. उसको कहना ऐसी बात है, if you do this wrong thing, I'll never be सारथी with you. In that way, leave that fellow and go. ये बुरा काम कर रहे हो तो मैं तुम्हारे साथ नहीं रहूंगा. Like some youngsters, very dynamic values, उस उम्र में होता है ना देश में. They join a company, they see the company boss doing some cheating in the production or sales. उसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, वो छोड़कर जाएगा. और ये कंपनी ठीक नहीं, थोड़ा बेईमानी करता है. I will not become this Arathi. They are very honest people. They live. Many people live because the boss is not giving salary to this fellow. वो तो normal. सैलरी बहुत मिल रहा, बट वहाँ कुछ करप्शन चल रहा है, गड़बड़ चल रहा है, मिलावट चल रहा है. He says, I can't see it and live. You know, in the 60s, 70s, 80s तक मूवीज में ऐसे ही सीन होता था. Hero goes to every naukri there's some gotala. He never joins any. सब छोड़कर ऐसा बैठा रहता. Then he does some चप्पल को करना ऐसा काम करके डेवलप होता है. Because everywhere there is corruption. He doesn't want to. So he's second one. He's not becoming Sarathi. Even in politics also. If a particular party or that particular place, some gotala going on, the people leave it and go to the less corrupt place or more honest place. We should that way refrain from invoking the sin by not doing the papa either as karta or sarthi or hetu or anumodituhu. Okay. Now the positive one. Become karta, that is the highest benefit. Do it, the positive things by yourself. Take role, take leading role. Many of the all retired people should be in charge of one of the other these temples. एंड सिस्टमैटिकली वहाँ सुबह से शाम तक बैठकर या सुबह 3 शाम 3 घंटे ऑल द टेम्पल एक्टिविटी दे शुड मैनेज. महापुण्य मिलेगा वो. वंडरफुल इट इज. डायरेक्ट करता करना बनना. ऑलरेडी द कर्तृमंडली इज देयर, देन बिकम सारथी, द सेकेंडरी हेल्पिंग हैंड्स. बढ़िया है. नहीं तो कम से कम हेतु बनो. You become a hetu by giving the ideas, suggestions, etc. हेतु. The last one is अनुमोदितु. एटलीस्ट किसी को कोई बंदा अच्छा काम कर रहे हो ना, जाकर उसको इंकरेज करो. डोंट बी लाइक ए बुद्धू घोचू, लाइक जो पंछियों को उड़ाने के लिए जो खेती में लगाते हैं ना, जो क्या कहते हैं उसको, जो पुतली होता है, ऐसा बैठे रहते हैं हम सब कामों में. जान है ही नहीं अंदर. वेरी वेरी व्हाट ए लोएस्ट लेवल ऑफ तमो गुण. क्या खाते पीते रहते पता नहीं है. सड़े हुए माइंड एंड बुद्धि. दिस नो डायनेमिज्म, नो एक्टिवनेस. व्हाट ए रिचर्ड सोसाइटी एंड पीपल ना. नेगेटिव थिंग दे डू सो मच ऑफ प्रचार. पॉजिटिव जाकर इंकरेज करो. दिस टाइम में अभी जन्माष्टमी हो रहा है और गणपति चतुर्थी, यू मस्ट गो टू ऑल पंडाल एंड एंकरेज द कमिटी हु आर डूइंग इट. प्रोत्साहन दो. यार मुंह से बोलना भी नहीं आता, भाई क्या कर रहे हैं हम. Those people who are doing good activities. You know, some people, parents, they send their pictures of their children doing 15 August ka some role or doing some Bhagavad Gita shloka chanting. We look at such a idiot box ki tarah. Why don't you reply them? What a wonderful way your child has chanted Gita. I'm very happy. Hope that child is taught the meaning also right from beginning. Otherwise, only chanting never helped anybody beyond getting a prize. So let him know the meaning also. Say a sentence of encouragement. Somebody made the role of a very good patriotic person. It came to you, the message. Hurry, immediately reply to them. Wonderfully done it. I really encourage you. अनुमोदित हो. जहां जहां अच्छा काम हो रहा है बाबा, थोड़ा दिल खोल के, मुंह खोल के एंकरेज करो. क्यों इतना, ये शर्म नहीं का, इस शर्माने की बात नहीं है, तो बेशर्मी की बात है वो. We are isolated from the society's good activities. A bad में तो we are the first करता. इवन घर में जब पत्नी अच्छा खाना बनाती है, उसको भी एंकरेज करना नहीं आता हमको. I was in the center. There, that fellow, whoever you may is president, किसी को एंकरेज करता ही नहीं. He wants more and more work only from everybody. And puts like a frowning face. What nonsense that is. I never used to feel like having a photo only with that person. What the चेहरा हमेशा ऐसे, who says that? It's a पेड़ भी ऐसा नहीं रहता. कभी कभी एटलीस्ट इन स्प्रिंग सीजन वो खिलता है. नो अनुमोदन. Like Gurudev, he has an art of doing that. Encouragement. Well done. Very good. He used to see the yajna organized, any of the work done. He used to appreciate. I'm telling you, the anumodanam is the minimum thing we should do. It can be done in a most beautiful manner. Protsahan karna. Anywhere the good activity, great activity is going on, noble things are going on, कोई पैसा नहीं लगता उसका, अब अच्छा किया, बढ़िया करते रहो. हाँ, is it not wonderful it is? एंड डेफिनेटली दो स्पिरिचुअल आई एम टॉकिंग. अभी स्पोर्ट्स में हमको गोल्ड मेडल लेके आए, वेरी गुड. भारत का नाम 4th नंबर में आया. कॉमनवेल्थ गेम में 61 मेडल्स इज अ ह्यूज अचीवमेंट. बट वो करने को लाखों करोड़ों है ही. बट स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटीज इन दे आर गोइंग ऑन डिवाइन, उसको एंकरेज करने वाले कम है. एंड रिमेंबर, एक्सेप्ट द जीवन मुक्त, एवरीबडी नीड्स इंस्पिरेशन. The inspiration comes when somebody is appreciating, encouraging. He doesn't want to help. अब कहो बट बाबा काम अच्छा कर रहे हैं. Is it not? If the sadhaka is very serious that he is doing for Paramatma, he doesn't even expect that thing. But still we can do it. Gurudev knows who's the sadhaka at what level. The committee member हो या स्वामी ब्रह्मचारी हो, उनको उसके हिसाब से वो करते थे अनुमोदनम. And the actual Swami Sannyasi Brahmachari knows the Karta Dharta is Gurudev only, like this lecture. Who is doing it? Puja Gurudev only is doing it. There's no doubt in that for us. Anumoditu. Please, minimum is Anumodan. Encourage. In general also, in every activity, anybody coming to your house, they have come to a house knowing that we are alive to meet us only. That should be enough to do the अनुमोदन to them. Thank you better for coming here. बाद में लड़ाई हो, झगड़ा हो, कुछ भी हो, पहले आते ही वेलकम, आई एम हैप्पी टू सी यू. दैट्स इट. अनुमोदन कहते हैं. फोन किया, इमीडिएटली रिप्लाई करो, आई एम हैप्पी यू कॉल्ड मी, वेरी गुड, गॉड ब्लेस यू. These small things make such a big difference. But these small things, only when you study the books like Vidhananiti and all, you will be mature to know. Other with all the spiritual scriptures, understand study of Shastra, we still at the mind intellect level, at the common sense level, at the etiquettes level, at the dharma level, हम सड़े ही रहते हैं. कभी कभी by accident we do, not accidentally, consciously every time. हाँ, वो नई बार घर बनाया अच्छी तरह. Nice thing he made and भगवान का कोई मूर्ति लगा. Go and encourage me. Very well done. I'm very happy for it. Honestly, from the heart. Your children have gone to any temples, etc. Immediately मैं यार, I want to tell you, तुमने अपने आप गए आए, very good. Make it a point to visit as frequently as possible. Well done it is. Hope you had a very good darshan. The next trip, you have done this place, that place you go, I am sponsoring you. Take the money if you can afford it. How beautiful it is. Kartuhu, Sarati, Hetu, all the three are anyway great. But Hanumoditu minimum, but that is the need of the hour, I am saying. Many people are doing, but they need some push, some encouragement, some nice thing. In Hinduism, the worst of the thing is, not only we do the Anumodanam, we don't do Anumodanam, we only demoralize and discourage only. We find the faults only. The 99 good, one fault, उसी को हम दिखाते जाते. Like in the politics, anything the ruling government is done wrong, and the opposition will only find the fault with it. See, yesterday he did all promises for next few years. All the fellows, opposite fellows, अभी तक जो promise किया है उसका क्या है? What a tone, you see. What a funny nature. वो पूरा स्टेट का ही वो ऐसा नेचर होता है. I can tell you every state's in general nature क्या है, looking at that नेता of that state. क्या है उन लोगों का? कोई घमंडी है, कोई नाराज टाइप का है, कोई बिना कोई वजह का शत्रुत्व रखता है, वो लगातार जारी रखता ही है. वो कोई मीठा मीठा बोलता है लेकिन मौके का फायदा उठा के गिरा देता है. कोई अपॉर्चुनिस्ट होता है फायदा के अनुसार. यू कैन सी इन दैट बिहार, हम मिलते हैं बिछड़ते, फिर से मिलते हैं. चित्र विचित्र. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एंकरेजमेंट. Anywhere good is happening, encouragement. See yesterday's ideas, wonderful. Vajrotsava of our Bharata Swatantrata anniversary, 75th. Anyway, so Bhagavan concludes in this way: Karta, Sarati, Hetu, or Anumoditu. For all of them, they are the shareholders in the deed. Therefore, they also get the phala. The phala they get depends on in how much they have done the contribution. That is called as bhuyo bhuyasi. So karmanam bhaginah pretyah tatphalam bhuyah bhuyasi prapnuvanti. भूयसी भूया फल, भूयसी मतलब ज्यादा करने से, भूया मतलब ज्यादा, तत्फल मतलब उसका फल को भागिनः भागीदार बनते हैं कर्म का, गुड और बैड. So this is the training to develop the sensitivity. Training to develop the sensitivity. Such a sensitivity we have to have. That minimum bad we should do or zero bad we should do, 100% good you should do. That's called sensitivity. लाइक कभी कभी खाने में थोड़े से पॉइजनस चीज मिलते हैं, बहुत कम ही मिलता है, उसका असर बहुत कम ही होता है. अब ज्यादा ले लिया मानो, then it is almost fratricidal only. कभी कभी होता है कि लाइक every fourth day we listen the food poisoning in the hostels. Every fourth day 1 week में food poisoning हो रहा है. हम तो worried, अरे भाई कैसे हो रहा है, how can you be careless like that? जान से खिलवाड़ कर रहे हो बच्चों के, खिलवाड़ हो रहा है वो. बट लकीली फूड पॉइजनिंग कम, इसलिए मरते नहीं बच्चे. और उतना भी क्यों होना, पॉइंट इज दैट सेंसिटिव एंड नथिंग बट ओनली द सब्जी चावल जो भी है कीड़े मकोड़े के साथ करते हैं, इसलिए तो होता है. बिकॉज दे हैव टू ईट अवे द मनी व्हिच इज सैंक्शन्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट. वेरी पेनफुल टू सी द अफेयर्स. ऐसा क्यों होना चाहिए भाई छोटे छोटे चीजों में. In all those hostels, wardens and all, that is sanctioned to the hostel children. उनके पेंसिल पेपर का भी पैसे जेब में डाल लेते, खाने वाले में ले लेते हो. 2 सब्जी 1 दाल के लिए कुछ पैसे आते, 1 सब्जी दाल दी, 1 सब्जी का पैसे जेब में डालना. Everywhere that is what very bad affairs. I am saying sensitivity. जितना छोटा पाप उतना छोटा दुख, जितना बड़ा पाप उतना बड़ा दुख, जितना छोटा सा पुण्य उतना छोटा सा सुख, जितना बड़ा पुण्य बड़ा सा सुख. तुम्हारी मर्जी. भगवान has given us guidance and all. He says it is now your freedom, your choice. आप सोच लो. Everywhere you have to be so careful. बाबरे. We have to be very, especially the students, the army personnel. Everybody is precious. Every life is important for us. You have to protect. And today's that news that that the army vehicle fell down and 6-8 people died. Jawans. So painful. नहीं होना चाहिए. Some problem in the road laying or in vehicle. कुछ तो होना नहीं चाहिए वैसा. 30 people injured. These are all negligences and carelessnesses. That also is papa, please. We can't afford to. That sensitivity in us, expressed as a activity every moment, is the only one makes us evolve. So these are all expanded topic. पूरा to the topic बात करोगे तो उपासना ये करना, उसमें कर्ता सारथी हेतु अनुमोदित हो 4 लोग रहते हैं. They are the shareholders in the deed. Therefore, they are the shareholders of the result also. So at least become anumoditu in doing the positive activities. Directly, if you are a karta, then that's the greatest joy. कर्ता को भगवान ज्यादा प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं. Therefore, take some temples, some ashramas, some of the gurukulas as adoption and help them, support them. If not the whole, a part of it. उसमें का कुछ एक्टिविटीज को कुछ ले लो. मैं तो कहता हूँ आप लोग ना ऐसे स्कूल्स जहाँ ये सेक्युलरिज्म ऐसे नॉनसेंस नहीं होता है, in those temples, in those schools, colleges, you can encourage the children by sponsoring their education. If they go through the study of Bhagavad Gita, if they study any of this bugle text etc., उनको आप encourage कर सकते. Everything related, anything related spiritual is good. Though we are talking about upasanas, pujas and temples, that also a part of the seva in this way. Okay, so with these words, we can say our 27th chapter is over. Now tomorrow's complete day, I will be dedicating for explaining to you in detail about the puja vidhanams. Where from the puja vidhanam started, Vyasaji, what was the need of introducing it? How it helps how to do it at the individual level, total level, gross level, subtler level, outer level, inner level. After seeing all that for 10-15 minutes, then we'll explain what are the 16 upacharas are there in the puja. Every one of those names will tell you, the symbolism behind that will tell you, and the way of doing it. It will get, if it overlaps, we may take it for one more day. But mostly it can be done in 1 day, 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes class, मेरे ख्याल में. तो इस तरह से कल का दिन हमारा उसके लिए हो जाएगा. Then there's a part of this only. We take up the 28th chapter, the Paratattva Nirupanam. In that, every sloka right from beginning is the heavy dose wala. It's a very sublime and we enjoy it. We try our best. कभी ना कभी तो बुद्धि को भी विचारणा में ले जाके उसके अंदर का जो भी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग से निकालना चाहिए ना. Is it not? ओम नमो नारायणाय. 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 Thank you. Somebody has hinted me how to adjust it. I am saying it. I'll do in the next class. Hari Om. Okay, I'm concluding. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahabhurane Paramamsyam Samitayam Ekadasha Skandhe Saptavimshodhyayah. Okay, Hari Om.